Hello, welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And today is What, When, Why Wednesdays. And I'm here with a co-host here, Remy, and with also known as Brick Literacy on Instagram. And we've been doing tag team kind of shows, so take it away, Remy.
Hi. All of that is correct. I am Brick Literacy on Instagram. This is the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And today we are talking about the Speed Champions line. And we have one of our special guests is here waiting in the green room. I wrote this down so I won't screw it up. Okay, here we go.
You're doing great, Remy. You're doing great.
We have not tanked the show yet. All right, so today we have someone from Portlug, correct?
He's from SEALUG. He's from
SEALUG.
my home, Seattle Lego Users Group.
Oh man, I said Portlug. That's Seattle and Portland are probably
like Portland too.
Like lifelong enemies.
We're like, sister, brothers, siblings.
Okay.
We like each other. It's okay.
Anyway, today we have RJ on the show. And RJ is a lifelong Lego fan whose first memory is getting a Lego set for Christmas. And when I asked him what the set was, he said something that I had never heard of before, and I could not find it on the internet. So that's how long he's been a Lego fan. And he also got a puppy that same year, but doesn't remember the puppy. So, but moving ahead, he's currently on the board of directors for BrickCon, which is the longest running Lego fan convention in North America. And he's also the event coordinator for SEALUG and the coordinator of the Brick Nation display at Emerald City Comic Con. So it's pretty big league right there. So welcome to the program, RJ.
Oops. Hello.
Hi, Remy.
We didn't practice who was going to press the button.
No, we did not.
Everybody wants to press my button today.
Actually, yes. Remy can press the button.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, thank you for having me on the show.
Okay. And also in the guest room is our second very special guest. Y'all know him as one half of the Brothers Who Brick. You've seen him on Lego Masters Season 1. You've seen him on Buddy vs. Christmas on the Food Network. And he is one of the founders of the Brickmasters Kids Lug, which is a great international, kids lug. So let's welcome to the program, Corey.
How you guys doing?
Hey, Corey.
Hey, Corey.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome. Doing good. Doing good. How are you guys?
Awesome.
So thank you both for joining us. So we're going to talk about Speed Champions.
Let us talk about it, please.
So you guys have been AFOLs like a lot longer than I have. Like I only got into Lego during the pandemic. So why don't we go around and kind of say, when you got into Lego and what you like about Speed Champions specifically. RJ, we'll start with you. What do you like about the theme the most?
I think it's probably one of the most exciting themes in the last at least 5 years for me personally. I love the intricacies of the build. I love the value of the set. I love the creativity. I love the parts usage. I really try to break down each of the times that I build one to look at techniques and see how they're using inverse and upside down and, snot techniques and just a whole range of really wonderful build techniques and ideas. And for $15 to $20, you could actually stretch this build out for a good 90 minutes. And that is a great value, I think, for anyone. Plus, they're beautiful sets.
Yeah. Corey, if there's anything left about Speed Champions that you would like to say, please say so.
I would say this. So I've been building with Lego since I was 4 years old, and I've had my dark age when I discovered video games and other things. So I stopped buying Lego sets. My parents stopped buying me Lego sets. What got me back into Lego was Speed Champions, because back in the, I would say, late 90s, early 2000s, there weren't a lot of like dedicated car Lego sets that you could just pick up and you could have that experience with and build something and have such intricate design in it. So there was nothing that was really drawing me in. And then one day I was at Toys R Us. I was actually in Toys R Us looking for a birthday gift for a friend's birthday. And I saw Lego. I was like, oh man, I haven't seen Lego in so long. So I walked in, looked in the aisle, and then I went right to the section that had Lego Speed Champions. I was like, wait, Lego has cars now? Mm-hmm. And that was just like, it got me right out of that dark age, and it put me right back on track to where I've been trying to collect all the old Lego Speed Champions from like 2015, 16, 17. 17, I started getting a little bit more I guess addicted to getting all of them, and now I have all of them from 17 onward. So it's a great set. It's just everything that RJ said. It's the intricacy, just the style of it, and even now they're focusing more on wider body, sleeker design. And I hate studs on cars. That's just something I just don't like. It just, no car really has that. So to know that they're using those smooth pieces, those tile pieces and stuff, bravo. I love it.
Yeah, I also, that's like a pet peeve of mine too. I think there's one of the 6 wide cars. It's like a red one and has some studs on top.
Yeah.
But no, do you remember what your first Speed Champion set was, Corey? Do you remember what that set was that caught your eye or no?
I could actually show you.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Behind the Mario, I have a garage that I built for my Speed Champion.
I'm going to put you on full screen so you can see it.
Awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Not me. Corey.
Yeah, everybody has like really fancy ways to display their Speed Champions. Like RJ, you've got like a whole shelving situation going on in the back there too, right?
Yeah, I do like to keep them dust-free as much as possible, but I'm also cognizant that anything that I use for storage actually will detract from my actual Lego budget. So the cases that you see directly behind me actually come from a Japanese store chain called Daiso. And Daiso is the 150 or 100 yen store in Japan, so like a dollar store. But those containers, which contain 2 Speed Champions, basically these things run about $3 or $4 in the US, and can really hold 2 Speed Champions cars quite well. And I mean, it's just a great deal. So, I mean, if you have a Daiso in your city, check it out. These storage cases are just fantastic.
That's cool. No, I have nothing in my city, but it's good to know. I'm going to write it down.
That is.
I put it in the chat.
Yes, please. I'm going to check that out. Hopefully, I have that in my my city. But yeah, this was the first. This was the first Lego Speed Champions that brought me right back. I saw I customized it a little bit, but I'm a gearhead. I've had different types of Audis that I've customized myself, and I'm a big fan of the Need for Speed video game, but Fast and Furious. So I love customizing cars. So when I saw this, I just said, wow, Lego has cars now. And it just, I don't know, it brought me back in and it just started my obsession for it. And I just love everything about this car, about this Ferrari. Like, it's just the sleekness, the stickers. I mean, everything about it is just amazing. And I just love how you can customize it. And you could make it totally different, because I hate for me to have a car that a million people will have. So I want to change little things here and there on it to make it different. So yeah, that's the first Lego Speed Champions that brought me back.
Corey, I don't know if you've heard this or not, or seen it online yet, but they're coming out with the Dodge Charger from the Fast and the Furious this year, right?
Yes.
I have not heard that.
I thought it was a little redundant, because they came out with that for something similar to that Charger, in Ghost Rider, with the Spider-Man and Ghost Rider set. So and I think they did with the actually,
isn't there like a large Technic Dom's Charger, but this will be like a Speed Champion scale Dom's Charger.
Set number 76912, and it is going to be licensed, a licensed Fast and Furious Dodge product. So
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
192
I always thought that this was
76912.
912. Okay.
I always thought that this was the closest thing to the Dodge Charger,
Yeah.
to Dom's Charger.
Mhm.
So I always was like, oh, okay.
But guess what? That is my first set.
Oh, was that
Like
yours?
you're holding
Neil?
right there.
The two
That
Dodges.
set is the very first set that I did first, and that's what I used when I made that little Instagram video.
Ooh.
So, and I got into this mostly because I had no clue about cars, and my friend Ferg said, if you want to learn about cars, pick up a Speed Champion set, and he recommended that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yep.
very, very cool.
Yeah, and for $30, that was a great set.
It was a great set. One thing though, I will say, okay, so you saw that set, not a lot of stickers, right? And then the reason why Remy and I are doing this show is that Remy had a giveaway, and I ended up winning the McLaren. I think this is
Oh,
the McLaren.
that's the yes,
Ford Focus, I think.
Yeah.
Ford Fiesta.
Ford Focus, sorry. Yeah. And this thing has so many stickers.
Oh yeah.
It had like 36 freaking stickers on there.
Yeah.
It took me, all right, so RJ said you could stretch out a build for 90 minutes, right?
Mhm.
This thing will take you 3 freaking hours because of all the stickers, right? so I want to know.
I have a very unpopular thing to say right now.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We're getting into it already.
That Ford Focus, when I
Okay.
saw that, I hate hatchbacks. I am not a fan of hatchback cars. Just in life, I hate hatchbacks. And when I saw the Ford Focus, I was like, oh, I'm not getting that set. I don't want
Well,
that.
that's why they like cover it with stickers, so they like hide the hatchback part.
But here's the
So you
thing.
don't notice.
There's a guy that I follow on Instagram. I forget his name now, but he takes the Lego Speed Champions and he changes them into different cars. So when he did that, I saw he did a different rendition of the Ford Focus, the same type of build, but as a sedan. And I was like, ooh, now I want it. So I ended up getting it last minute before they retired it, so I could try to retro.
So you can actually mod it instead of doing it from the original. Well, I will tell you, the stickers are a bear. They are a bear. And
We talked about stickers then, because it's a very
we'll get
loaded
into stickers,
situation.
But just specifically about that set, Naomi, there somewhere off in the next window. Like I like the color scheme on that set, and that's one of the ones that I never have, and it's like too expensive on eBay now. So I thought, oh, I'll bricklink it, So I got a sticker sheet, I got all the parts, and then I realized that the dark blue like wheel well pieces are only in that set.
Oh, so you might as well have just bought the set.
Yeah, I should have just bought the set, but it was too late. I was committed, so I spent like way too much for 2 wheel wells from that set. So I finally have all the pieces, and I can put it together now. But
I did have fun putting this together, but I will say each of these stickers is so detailed. And let me ask you this, since we're kind of segueing into a little bit of a sticker conversation. The instructions that Lego puts out tells you to put the sticker on first and then put it on the car. And I keep telling everybody who follows me, I say, don't do it. Don't do it. Build the car first, then put the stickers on, because then you can line them up much, much better. So what's your opinion about that?
Oh man, I am the opposite. Like I want to put the sticker on right then and there. Like it's different when it's like I know what you're talking about, like the landing strip here. Like that's hard to align. But like I think it's in the Bronco set. Have you guys built that? Like you build like the Bronco, and you're going like through bag 2, and then it switches over to bag 3, and the first instruction on bag 3 is like put 9 stickers on the hood of the Bronco. No, I don't want to do that. I want to sticker as I go.
I have the best solution for adding stickers. Don't
do it.
Don't even bother. Don't do it.
So
if the universe depended on me having to put on a sticker straight, everyone would die. It would never happen. It couldn't happen. I've tried it with tweezers. I've tried the Windex thing. I just can't. It's not in my nature or ability to, unfortunately, add any stickers of any kind.
So
Yeah,
Zizu also says that I build the entire build first, then decide what stickers I want to apply. Yeah.
So I'm the type of person that if the stickers make sense, I'll put it on. So this was one of the Lego Speed. This is one of the first Audis for the Lego Speed Champion line. And when I put it together, I was like, I don't want any stickers on this. I want this to be just the way it is, sleek. I don't want it to be a race car in that way. So I chose not to put the stickers on. But there are some cars like this one. I think it looks great with the sticker because it just brings it out a lot more. So I'm with the person who put that comment. Build it first and then kind of see, all right, well, do I want to put the stickers on or do I not want to put the stickers on? But when it comes to that, so.
No way.
Well, I do think, kind of going back to your earlier point, it looks better with the stickers on, especially the Ford Focus, because like you said, the body style isn't something that is typical for, I guess, a speedster car. Now, I have a question. I'm a complete noob with cars, but some of these Speed Champion sets, they come with, I guess, these hood attachments. They either have this motion like this one, or they actually have, I guess, a piece that you can remove and then put on separately. So what's your opinion about that?
Like the spoiler sections?
Yeah, well, okay, I'm gonna really show my ignorance with regard to cars.
I don't know anything about cars either.
The spoiler's on the back, right?
The spoiler's on the back. That's called a hood scoop.
All right, a hood scoop or an intake, right? Is what I've heard. Okay. Okay. I showed you, Remy.
No, I don't know anything about cars.
I'm pretty clueless about cars, but I'm just curious. There's two things I noticed about Speed Champions in the short amount of time I've been building them. One of them is that sometimes the scoop / intake, they'll have options so you can switch them out. And the other options they give you are on the wheel wells, right? As far as, what you can put on there. So I'm kind of curious about where do you gravitate to when you're building these?
Me honestly, I love it because again, that goes back to my whole like hobby of gear of just like working on cars. So, instead of spending thousands of dollars to do customizations on a car, I have my hand doing Lego. So when it comes to like the spoiler let's start with the spoiler. Spoiler is for certain cars you got to have a spoiler. Certain cars you don't need a spoiler. And certain cars that don't have a spoiler, I end up adding a spoiler just because I think it looks a lot cooler. When it comes to like the rims, because Lego Speed gives you like 2 sets of rims. Sometimes if I use a set of rims for one car and I think that it will look great on another car, then I'll just put it on another car.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Customize it like that. And when it comes to the hood scoop, I feel as though that American muscle cars are the only cars that should have a hood scoop on it. That's just my opinion. Like the Mustang, the Corvettes, the Chargers, those should have those hood scoops on it because I think it's
the
just
Ferrari with the hood scoop just looks wrong, right?
That's an abomination. I mean, you can do it. You can definitely do it, but that's just an abomination to me. Like, I just feel like don't
change them out. I mean, you can change out the hood scoops, you can change out the styles, and you can change out the rims. You're looking at it, and let's say you're bringing it to whatever show, and somebody's bringing something else. That way, you know which one's which. I mean, at train shows specifically, we always have like a big car lot of super expensive and exotic cars on display that are trying to drive around our train layout, and that way you can differentiate whose is whose. Mine's always obvious because there's no stickers on it, but be able to identify also if you have multiple.
That's cool. Do you do much customization, RJ, or do you just like build the set?
I do customization on the ones that I do not have just for display or collectibles, but for like the train club, I do have a lot of duplicates that are in there, and those are more customized.
Yeah, we're starting a trend now.
All right, now this is something we're going to have to do this just to get under Corey's skin. Is we're going to do a collab.
Just gonna put hood scoops on everything.
International cars with hood scoops.
Listen, everybody, this is one of the cars that should have an obnoxious hood scoop on it. So this is a customization I did for the Mustang.
You
With
can't even
like
see through the
newer Mustangs.
windshield.
I think this was a 2019 or 2020 Mustang. So this is the type of hood scoop where the driver cannot even see in front of him to drive.
That is
So
freaking hilarious.
yes, this
That
is
is funny.
obnoxious, but this is right because this is American muscle.
But
Yes.
does
That
it have a
hood scoop will do good.
sunroof? Does that
Bravo,
have a
that's very
sunroof?
clever.
What was that?
Does it have a sunroof? Because then they could drive it with the sunroof, the head sticking out. No?
Well, it doesn't come with a sunroof, but you could definitely make the sunroof. So that's fine.
Sorry,
Please do not tag me in any Ferraris with hood scoop. I would be very, very upset.
We're going to do that. Hashtag hood scoop. What do we call it? Hood scoop cars?
Oh,
hood
no.
scoop international cars. And then make sure you tag Sam's Brego on it.
Well, there's one that actually might look okay with the hood scoop, but the 007 Aston Martin is the other IP car that's coming out this year, the Champions line. That one actually could look okay with a hood scoop because remember, it goes underwater, it's a submarine. So like there's more play there, I think, but that would be the only one in my opinion of the European ones. So
that's fair.
So that's
I
cool.
was just looking at it too. I have it in the background over there. And I was like, yeah, I could see a hood scoop on it.
Now I have another challenge for you. What about the international cars like the Mini Cooper and the Fiat with the hood scoop on it?
It doesn't have the space. It doesn't have the space for it.
Tag Fiat in that post and see what they say about it.
I think we just need a hood scoop collab. The Abomination hood scoop collab.
Oh my god!
We're gonna make it happen. When's the next convention you're gonna be at?
I'm not coming. I don't want to.
No, we're gonna come to you.
My image.
We're gonna go to the conference that you're at.
Don't take any chances.
And here's some nerd data, some nerdy kind of data too. So out of the 57 Speed Champion sets that have been released so far, and we're taking out one to make it 56, which was the promo one that was the award stand basically. Out of those 56 cars, 13 of them were American cars, 2 were Japanese cars, and the rest were all European brands. So about 20% of the Speed Champions line is actually not European, and the majority of them that aren't European are American, but there was a Toyota and there was a Nissan. So, it's interesting to see how more cars have come out and different ones, but you have so many ways to piss Corey off by adding hood scoop. Out of the 50, you still have 35 whole cars that you could add hood scoop to make him super angry.
Oh my God.
We're not doing it to piss them off. We just are being very.
We're just very passionate about.
I shouldn't have said anything.
No, we wouldn't do the Abomination unless it was something that you would say, "Well, I'd like to see it. That would be kind of cool."
I feel like people will do it anyway, and if that's the case, I welcome it just so I can see the Abominations.
Yeah,
it's out of love. They do it out of love.
Of course.
See the heart for you and American Muscle.
Now, do you think there's any particular car that they haven't done that you would love to see as a Speed Champion set?
Yeah.
For a time, it was Audi, but then they came out with Audis, so I was very, very happy about that.
Yeah. What's your dream car, RJ?
I would love to see a Nissan 280Z or 300Z. So there's definitely some Toyota and Nissan sports cars that actually did come to the United States as imports. The Supra was super fun to see, but there's also a classic Supra that they could do. And I think that the 280Z would be an excellent throwback car to see in the Speed Champions line. So if any Lego designers are out there listening,
Lego is listening.
The 280Z.
They missed the mark with that Toyota Supra. When I heard Supra, I was thinking the 90s Supra with the big front. I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be real good. And it was the newer Supra. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Here we go.
Throwback Supra. I mean, if the numbers are there, so you can see.
I think for me, my dream car would be a Dodge Viper. This is
Oh,
like
Viper,
a
yeah.
mini build that I did. But I would love to see a Dodge Viper with the classic red with the racing stripe down the middle, long front, big spoiler in the back. That's my dream car. I said if I was to ever make it rich and famous, I would buy that car and never drive it. I would just put it in a glass case in front of my house and have it rotate, and that's it. I could just come outside.
And you had the little ropes around it so nobody could get too close to it.
That's because I want that 1995, 93 to 95 Dodge Viper. That's what I want.
Cool.
There's a question in the chat about from Zach Martinez. Does anyone know have they done any GTO models?
I thought they have, right? Isn't that in like, because I don't know anything about cars, but I've seen GTO and some of the set names.
There's a GT,
the Nissan.
40. Yeah,
well,
there's
the GT something.
Yeah, but not a classic GTO muscle car.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
And then Lena Inverse, yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, 83 to 85 Toyota Sprinter is Initial D. So if you guys don't know, Initial D is an anime about racing, and it's pretty good. It's like an older show, but I haven't seen it in a while, but it probably holds up.
Didn't they have a Speed Racer set?
There was a Speed Racer line in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh, was there? Like
Can't
official
find that anywhere.
Yeah.
It was SEALUG Draft, one of my very first in-person meeting with that club. They drafted the Racer X car.
Ooh, nice.
They drafted it and didn't build it.
Like drafted the parts?
We drafted out all the parts, yeah. So that was in the early 2000s.
The new Ferrari kind of reminds me of the Speed Racer car, though. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Got that same look, actually.
Oh yeah, Lena mentions that the sets were based on the live action movie, not the manga or the anime. So
correct.
Could be good.
2008 when that came out.
But no,
and it was by the Wachowskis, I guess, who did The Matrix. So really interesting movie, lots of visual interest in it, but the storyline wasn't the best, but it's really pretty to look at.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did not see that movie. Not for any reason. I just missed so many movies.
Yeah, I missed that.
Never get around to it.
Yeah.
But no, my dream car would be Shelby Cobra. Like if they made a Shelby Cobra, I would be over the moon.
I thought they were going to get close to it when they came out with that Mustang. What is it? The 79 Mustang? It was the green one that came out.
The Lotus or the
68 Mustang?
Oh no, the classic. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
It would have been a 65 maybe?
Or 68?
68.
This one here.
Mm-hmm.
The green one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like almost like the Bullet car from the movie.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That one, that one's pretty nice. That was another one that I bricklinked and bought the wrong wheels for, so that was a whole thing.
Oh boy!
But I figured it out, so it's fine now. But anyway,
yeah, I thought they would have. Excuse me, I thought when they came out with that, I figured the Shelby was not too far away because it's very old school retro look, but I'm sure that's coming out soon. That has to come out soon.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I will say I like that they're making, they made all the big Technic version of the, Dom's Charger, the 007 vehicle. And now making the minifigure scale really adds a lot for me. That's why I like this scale. Just something is missing when you just build the massive car and there's no figure with it for me.
It's true.
I don't know if you guys feel the same way or not.
I think, excuse me. I think for me, it's the bigger car just gives you a lot more space to show design and show the different features, like the 007. If I'm going to compare the 007, the big version, the Technic version versus, or the Lego ID version versus what they're going to do with Speed Champions, I think it's going to lose out a lot because you can't add some of those special features that the other car has. Like the car, the license plate can flip. There's things that can shoot out of it. It's a 007 car. Like the seat.
Doesn't it have machine guns that pop up out of the
Yeah, like the seat, the passenger seat flies through the roof or the ceiling of it. So I don't think they're going to be able to do that with the Lego Speed Champion. But that is like the one car that is the exception. Every other car, Technic, if you translate that to minifig scale, it would be. I think it would look really, really nice.
Now, I have a different question, and I'm going to have to leave in a little bit because of I got a new job and I've got a board meeting to go to. But I'm curious about, since we're talking about Technic, I just started building those Monster Jam trucks. I don't know if you've built the Megalodon or the Grave Digger and some of those, but I think I almost see that kind of in between the big Technic set and the Speed Champion set is you have this Monster Jam truck because it has a combination of Technic and also it puts the stickers on, whereas you don't really have a lot of stickers with the big Technic sets. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, RJ, are you Technic person?
It has to be something very special for me to build a Technic thing. I'm not the biggest fan or the most skilled person at building Technic. I mean, the last large Technics set that I built was the space shuttle. So it was a long time ago. I think that they're beautiful, and I give a lot of kudos to the people who could actually do those giant sets because the books are like, just crazy huge, but they don't really have much interest for me. I think it's because of a space thing. If I got into it, like where would I put them?
Right.
So it's also, for the price point, I don't know that it would keep my attention long. It might take me like a full year to build it. So the Speed Champions is just enough Lego for me to have a good time and still be able to get up in the morning to go to work the next day instead of being
well, those
Technic pin that I can't find.
Yeah. And if you make a mistake, good luck.
It's only $19.99 though. The whole Monster Jam line was only $20 each, so it's comparable in price to what you would see for Speed Champions, but it's a very different market. That's why it's just been interesting just seeing where Lego is putting their products.
Yeah, it's definitely a very healthy balance between the two types of Lego sets. Like Technic is a different beast in itself, but if you're able to do a Technic set on a smaller scale, but still have that, fun customization that the Lego Speed Champion introduced. Those sets are really good. I personally probably won't get those sets just because I don't know. I never really liked monster trucks when I was growing up. I'll be honest, monster trucks horrifies me. It's just they're just so big and massive. It is like
right.
I don't know. I'm just not a fan of those big, massive trucks. So, but the marriage between the two of them are perfect. Like it's the perfect symmetry with what you're trying to do. So,
and the other thing those cars come with it are the pullback motors.
Yes.
So it does have the play function, and since it's got those massive wheels, that it's very swooshable, and not a lot of it's gonna go off the rails. It's just building it is kind of a pain. I will say.
My students, they love that. They love that type of set, like the pullback motors with the big wheels. They love that stuff. So.
But it sounds like both of you aren't big into the Monster Jam trucks. Mostly the sleek race cars that come out with Speed Champions.
Yeah, I mean they are just beautiful. I mean,
they're nice.
All the Speed Champions are beautiful. I mean,
yes.
Just a lot of fun. I guess, if they would put like a stunts flywheel and maybe in a Speed Champions car, I wouldn't be upset about it. These little bad boys are.
Oh yeah, the chicken gun.
I haven't picked those up yet. Everybody's been talking about how awesome they are, and I saw somebody on Instagram.
And figuring out a way to put one in a Speed Champions car would make it amazing. So we'll have to see.
They need to make a trailer so that you can pull your Speed Champions car in it, right?
They came out with
They
a
did that once.
with a set that had the
Oh, they
trailer.
did?
It was like one of the first sets was like the Ferrari race team or something.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
It
and
came with
had-
2 cars.
had
And it came with a trailer. Yeah.
oh, that would have been cool.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe I'll pick that one up if I
Yeah,
can find it.
You know, maybe they'll give us a Knight Rider set at Speed Champion scale at some point and
Mhm.
give us our trailer. Like, come on, Lego.
If they come out with a Knight Rider set,
The focus group is in
That's it for me.
session. You know,
that is it for me. I like
Yeah.
real quick. So they came out with Batman, the Adam West
Yes.
Batmobile.
Yeah,
In my opinion, that's the greatest Batmobile of all time.
It
I
is.
love that Batmobile. When I saw the pictures, I thought it was fake. I kept asking a bunch of people. I think I asked you, Remy, maybe, but I asked a bunch of people, "Is that thing real?" Because I was trying to get confirmation. People in Europe was like,
Mhm.
"Yep, it's real." I was like, "I want to see the box. I want to see someone holding the box." Now I finally saw it. When it came out, I brought like 10 of those things, and I'm
Wow.
like, I need this set because I love that car. That car is just it brings back good memories for me. It's a beautiful, beautiful rendition of that Batmobile. I love it.
I think that's one car I do have.
yeah, and that's, you know, I was excited too when that came out because, you know, having, you know, relatively just gotten into Lego, you know, it's nice to have that car accessible and not have to go back, you know, and buy the old Batcave at a super inflated price to get the car there.
I almost
You know?
did that a couple
Yeah.
times. I almost did that. I was like, I'm sure they'll come out with it. I'm sure they'll come out with it. And then,
I'm embarrassed because this is in bad shape,
Oh, boy.
but I do have that car.
Oh, yeah, the
Actually, this might not be.
Keaton
This is
Batmobile.
no, that's the
no, this is the Joker one,
That's the
Keaton one.
right?
yeah, the Keaton. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for my other one. You'll have to have a Batman car show.
That one.
You could totally do
Or
a Batman
vehicles.
car show. Bat vehicles. Like you could cover
Bat vehicles.
Like really,
all the-
like that and the new tumblers like are great that they have both
The
options.
Batwing, the tumblers, the
Yeah.
motorcycles. But
Yeah.
Remy's gonna continue with the show.
Yeah.
I have to go because I have this
She
board
has
meeting I
professional
have to go
obligations.
to.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually getting paid to do Lego.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That's awesome.
But I just wanted to thank everybody in the stream who's been hanging out with us, and also mention that we also have some cool things coming up in the coming weeks
Mhm.
with Star
Yeah.
Wars next week. May the 4th be with you.
Mhm.
And I think we're going to build some poly bags and some small sets for that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So may the 4th
Oh,
be
nice.
with you. The 11th, we're going to do botanicals. And then on the, I think the 18th, we're going to have Aubrey for elves. And then the 25th, we're going to do the Lego Masters, I guess, pundits
Like
show. And they
recap,
release
preview, you know.
in
We'll-
fact, Corey, you might have some opinion of that.
We'll roast the new contestants. It'll be fun.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are my grandkids. I'm very proud. I'm a very proud grandfather now.
Yes.
You know, you
Yes,
just
you are.
keep going.
That's cool.
I love
Well,
it.
I'm gonna head out, but have fun. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And Remy, you're gonna do an awesome job. Thank you so much. I'll see you in a bit.
Thank goodness.
Take care.
Yeah, Naomi.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
night. All right, so back, you know, kind of continuing the topic of like fantasy cars that we'd like to see made into speed champion size. RJ, do you have another one? Like not Knight Rider, not James Bond. Like, do you have another car that you'd love to see made into a speed champion set?
You know, I'm
television.
really wishing the Lamborghini Countach that just came out was like one that I've been wanting for a long time. So probably I would say going back to those late 60s, early 70s muscle cars. I'd love to see
Maybe isn't there a Bond movie where he had a Countach?
yeah,
And wasn't I can't. Do you remember what movie that was in? I don't
no,
remember.
it turns
I
into
remember
a green.
that was one of the movies where like he doesn't really use the car that much, and somebody like tried to break the window, and the car blew up. I think that's. But anyway, were you happy with the Lamborghini Countach set that we got?
I haven't built it yet.
Oh,
I haven't.
Are you holding off because you're like, what if this is the greatest disappointment of?
No, I just have been having a lot of other sets that I've been building.
Mhm.
I have a backlog of a lot of sets. My Lego room is actually not this room; it's another room. And during the pandemic, I built a lot of things that needed to be built, but I didn't actually build any sets. I built a lot of stuff for my train club and for Emerald City Comic Con and different things, but I have like a huge backlog. I built over this Christmas, I built 5 Christmas Winter Village sets that I apparently didn't build for 5 years.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah, Lena. I built 3 trains, which means 6 years worth of trains that I didn't build. So I built 3 trains. I built the Daily Bugle, and I built I built like $3,000 worth of Lego over Christmas break.
Well, it's the pandemic was a good time to do it. Oh, yeah. Rob has corrected me in the chat. The Bond car that exploded was a maroon Lotus Esprit from For Your Eyes Only. So thank you for that tidbit. And Lena has a bunch of cars that she would like to see. We got the A-Team van, classic.
Okay, yeah.
The car from Thelma and Louise, which I don't know if they would ever build that set, but that would be amazing. Okay. And of course, the Smokey and the Bandit car.
Okay, those are some classic cars.
Yeah, those are some classic film cars.
A Trans Camaro Firebird of any kind would be also pretty cool. Not Night Rider.
I would love to see. Now this is from like the Need for Speed, like the video game, and the and Fast and Furious, but a Mitsubishi Eclipse. I would like to see that.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, even the color. If they were to go with like a bright neon orange color, for it, like just
really loud.
Yeah, really loud. Like you have to do it that way. I would love to see something.
So you could also put into that family too of those little sprint cars. You could do like the Subaru WRX.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And oh my gosh, what is it? The oh my gosh, Mitsubishi why is it Lancer, but not oh man, it was on the tip of my tongue. The Evo. The Evo.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Evo. Those are some like classic speed, like those are like street racer cars. Like I would love for them to come out with just like either a year of street racing cars, no Formula One or no NASCAR type, just street racers. So I would love to see that.
Yeah, that would be great, actually. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're getting close. I mean, they have a lot of different things coming out. I mean, they did an F-150 pulling a pop-up car like that. That one was cool. So, I mean, that little dragster was cool too. I mean, so there's definitely room in there. But yeah, that would be great for those little sprint cars.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, speaking of loud, like that was my only complaint about the Lamborghini, was it was just the flat white color. And it's probably because of like the certain parts in that set are like only in that color or maybe like dark blue. But yeah, I had to like do a recoloring of it. Like I had to do this like crazy purple, like blue highlights.
I love it.
So yeah, like it's a really fun design. I just couldn't stand it. Just looked like a blank canvas to me. So,
you ever seen that movie Wolf of Wall Street?
No, I have not seen Wolf of Wall Street.
So there's a scene where Lambo? I think he has the same Lamborghini, all white with the white rims, and there was a part of the movie where he is. If there's kids watching, I apologize, but he gets really really wasted, like he is high, and he goes to the country club and he's told all this type of stuff, so he has to drive home.
Probably the least offensive thing that happens in that movie, but continue.
Yes. Yeah. He has to drive home and he is just totally gone. And he thought he got the car home in one piece. And then the cops come to his door and they're like, "Were you driving today?" He was like, "No." And then he showed the car and the car is like a complete mess. Wow. And I was just like, why would you do that to that classic? Why? Like, why would you destroy it like that? So it just reminded me of that scene from that movie. So, yeah.
Just a pile of noise and nonsense. Okay, apparently Johnny G informs us that Lambos are white.
Oh man,
Is that true? Do you guys know this? I don't know this. I've only
Lambos?
seen, because the one, if you've seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia during the Christmas episode, he gets a Lamborghini and that is bright yellow. So
Maybe the classic ones, because I've seen yellow, I've seen lime green and stuff like that.
I've seen black.
Black.
yeah, like the previous Lamborghini, what was the version? The one in the Huracan with the green truck that we got. That was black.
Oh, yeah.
Firework.
What is it?
Yeah.
There's actually, I have it over here.
Yeah, Have Studs wants to see the Taxi from Fifth Element and the Dukes of Hazzard car. Taxi, yes. Dukes of Hazzard car probably will never happen, and that's probably a good thing. Yeah,
Well,
no thanks to that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the the general striping on it.
The general
The car
league.
itself could be done. You
can see
wouldn't
that
do
model.
generally.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they've taken that symbolism to a different place than the innocent time of the early 80s.
Yeah, no good. Leave it back in the 80s, folks. Anyway, the 80s poster was white. Which poster are you talking about, Johnny? But yeah, a lot of people want to see any flying cars. Maybe the Jetsons style of car and Speed Champions. That'd be wild.
That'd be pretty good.
Because the new, if you've seen the new, yeah, no problem. If you've seen the new, like Luke's Land Speeder, that Land Speeder, the UCS Land Speeder, has a crazy like windshield piece. So if we got a Jetsons car, they would probably have an equally just wild piece there, the windscreen piece.
Yeah, I don't think that they've done any or have any plans to do any fictional vehicles. Even though the Aston Martin, I guess, could be fictional, but
not like fantasy vehicles.
Right, but not fantasy vehicles. I think that they're probably going to have to do a lot more of these throwback vehicles, or they're going to start working on some of these high concept demo vehicles that are EV. So there's a lot of electric, vehicles that are coming out that have just some crazy stylings too. Yeah. So I definitely see that potentially being thing once they start going down the line. But done under the classic American muscle car and all the classic European race cars.
Yeah. Well, what is the blue one? The Elva, isn't that a concept car?
They made one at least, so they have it based on something.
Yeah. Well, maybe like a testing car or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. So yeah, that is also another nice thing about the theme. Like they're kind of all fantasy cars in a way, because like when would I ever have the chance to get up close to one of these? For most people, like this is a fantasy. It's just as real as elves or classic space.
I mean, you can rent them in Vegas.
Well, maybe you can rent them in Vegas. I don't think I could rent them in Vegas.
Okay, I should say they're available to be rented in Vegas. See them cruising up and down the street all the time in their rentals. So
that's true.
There are definitely places that if you wanted to scratch that itch, it could be possible for a nice majority of the population. I don't know that they would have it on the East Coast in that way, but Vegas it's what it is.
Oh, Zissou wants a better mystery machine.
Who doesn't want a better mystery machine? Nobody. Everybody wants a better. How could they have a mystery machine that doesn't fit Scooby and the gang?
Yeah. And also, like, they're always rebooting Scooby-Doo. So it's, they're going to have product tie-in.
All I can tell you, and this is going to get me in a lot of trouble, but the Playmobil mystery machine holds Scooby and the gang. So there you go.
There you go. Shots fired, everybody.
So if you want a mystery machine that holds Scooby and the gang, buy a Playmobil one, because the Lego one is not going to cut it.
No. But Lena also wants to take us back to the early days in the Model T, the Ford Model T, or an old motor carriage with the driver in the driving goggles and the scarf.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you could classify that as speed. It would be, reasonable degree of motion champions.
Or we could do a car called the Corvair, which is unsafe at any speed. So I don't know that it would be a champion, but it could be a car.
Lots of places that you can take the line to. These are all great suggestions. I hope that you're listening, Lego.
Yeah, and they haven't done any Volkswagen anything. So
have they not done that? Really?
No. Yeah,
that's surprising.
Yeah. So there are definitely car manufacturers out there that they have not done. Subaru, they haven't done. Mitsubishi, they haven't done. They haven't done anything Volkswagen. So I don't know if it's a licensing issue or they just don't particularly like those particular brands or styles, or they're difficult to translate into the Lego form. But there's definitely a lot of options that are still out there.
Yeah. I mean, for some, it seems as though that a lot of these, not a lot, but a few of them they've redone. Like they've come out with the same car maybe once or twice, which I really don't understand why. Because I think I'm trying to remember which car it was. But I remember seeing it in two different sets.
Yeah, the Porsche 911.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did a green one and they did a white one. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was like kind of redundant to do that twice,
Mm-hmm.
But
ZC says, yeah, we got the bug. We got the large bug. So hopefully it's not a licensing issue and they can make a Speed Champions bug.
I don't have it.
Yeah,
I have it, but I have the
sporty, sprint type cars in the Volkswagen range too. So I mean, they also haven't done like a Porsche 914, which was based on a Volkswagen motor and chassis. So I mean, there is definitely a lot of cars that are older that they could still work on going forward. I don't think that there's going to be any shortage of cars for them to make in this line, and I just hope that they continue to do a good job, that sales are strong, so that we can get more Speed Champions.
Yeah, and that's the kind of the crazy unique thing about this line. Like it's an IP, but it's like a community IP. It's not just an amalgam of different brands and all sorts of fun stuff.
I was just going to say I have that Volkswagen buggy. The small one, it's somewhere in this collection. Like RJ, you were saying that this is not your Lego room. Your Lego room is elsewhere. This is my Lego room, and like the camera is in a safe area. If I was to tilt it an inch down, you will see the massive. Like I have a wall of just Lego sets and another one that's growing down here. It's ridiculous, but most of it is cars. So
it's not a problem. You don't go to meetings. Oh, wait a minute. I go to meetings every other week. So
whenever I go to meetings is always like up at this level. So they're like, oh, you have a great background. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Let's keep it like that.
Yeah. It's a hobby. I tell people all the time, it's a hobby.
Oh, here we go. The Street Fighter 2 car.
Oh, the one that gets busted up?
Yeah, the bonus stage. The bonus stage.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out, wasn't that like I felt like it was like a Honda Accord or something like an Infinity.
You could never look at it long enough to figure out what it was before it just got ripped apart.
And they haven't done a Honda yet. They haven't done any Honda.
I was going to say that S2000s. They could do an S2000 or what's the name? And the Honda, or is that no? That's NSX and Acura.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of room and options still yet for the line. So I don't think that we've come anywhere near close to how many things, and how many new elements or recolors of parts will we get with each release of items that come out in Speed Champions? Probably a lot. And I'm not going to complain about it because they also make great parts packs. If you could ever find them on sale, I would say pick them up. I don't know. Kroger here in the Pacific Northwest has a brand called Fred Meyer, and Fred Meyer often has 8% off sales. So, and again, doing the math and trying to maximize your Lego spending budget, if you can pick your Speed Champions for 20% off, that's double what double VIP points is, and still better than the no longer in existence AFAL discount day. So there you go.
Oh, did that's another thing I totally missed out on as well as not part of a lug. But I guess I'm not happy that I'm not missing out on it anymore. That's not cool.
Yeah, it's over now. The last one was in first quarter, so that program no longer exists.
That sucks.
They are changing.
I have I taught a class in April, well, Mondays. It's called Car STEM class. Basically, I was teaching kids how to use STEM and build cars. So going through the history of Lego with cars, the first car Lego came out with, what else? All the different car parts. But what I basically did was send all the kids a Lego Speed Champion set. Ooh. And they had to build a car from the Lego Speed Champion, but not the car itself. So they couldn't use the instructions. They could use a picture for reference, but they can't build the actual car. They had to come up with their own creation. And the kids, they really struggled. Like some of the kids were able to kind of build it. Others, they were struggling because they wanted to get into those instructions. And I said, hey, if you notice it, Lego Speed Champions, you only have like maybe 5 or 6 small pieces left back, as if you lose those small pieces. But all those pieces that you don't know where it's supposed to go, they have a place for it to go. And that's how intricate they build these type of sets. And the kids had like a newfound appreciation for the Lego Speed Champions. Like, wow, these things are really hard to build without instructions. I'm like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's a really fun challenge. And but yeah, like just the the parts packs, like you get all the new pieces in Speed Champion sets. Yeah.
Even that 4GT is like, the color on that 4GT is like really, really interesting. I like that.
Oh, the blue one, the turquoise. Yeah, this is
I love that.
One of my favorite colors. This dark turquoise kind of color.
I love it. I'm like, oh, that is very eye catching.
Yeah.
All the colors that Lego.
What's that? Sorry, Roger. Go.
Like I think it's azure, medium azure.
Medium azure.
Okay. Oh yeah, definitely.
They Lego can't come up with like a real color. It's got to be some crazy name. Earth red.
As long as you try to
blue,
into black or something crazy like.
Exactly.
Get into a crazy color fight. No. Do you have a favorite color, RJ? Do you have a favorite color of Speed Champion card? Dark blue.
Dark blue.
Yeah.
Blue.
Cool.
Dark blue.
Well, we have a few minutes left. We can stick around longer, but we only plan to go to 10 o'clock. So let's spend the last few minutes talking about stickers. What are you guys? We talked about it a little bit. We've murdered RJ. Sorry, everybody.
I hate hood scoops. RJ hates stickers.
Yeah. RJ, do you hate the stickers?
I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate all the stickers. I don't hate stickers on Speed Champions. I hate stickers. Period. End of story.
Oh, okay.
I like these new 4+ sets that have all printed parts and 0 stickers. That's my jam. I
was gonna say, do you like the printed parts?
Oh yeah. Anti-printed parts are good parts for me, because I know that they'll be on the right way and they'll be straight and they won't be cattywampus. And everybody knows the acronym STAMP, right?
No, what is that acronym?
It's a sticker that transfers across multiple pieces.
Oh, that's the term for that. Wow, I learned something new.
STAMP is a sticker transferred across multiple pieces. Lego doesn't really do that anymore. But if I was to put stickers on any of my Speed Champions cars, all the stickers would be stamped.
Yeah,
that's it.
Well, they did it in this Toyota Supra, and you can see here, this is a tragedy, right? These headlight pieces. Like, why did you make me do this, Lego?
Yeah,
that just looks bad.
Yeah, like I generally don't mind stickers, just because like my friend builds like Gundam models, and he shows me like the process he has to go through to like put decals on a model. I'm like, no thanks. I can handle stickers. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Corey, are you a sticker person, not a sticker person?
I'm a little bit of both. Like, I could do without stickers. There are times where what's the point of the stickers? Like, it doesn't bring any value to what I'm putting the sticker on, so I don't do it. But like the decals, I am a fan of decal because it goes back to customization, and like when you're customizing a car that's just all black, you want to put like sick decals on it. You know, you want to put those different things to make it pop. Then I think, you know, stickers, like going back to this one, I think this is just an excessive amount of stickers.
Yeah.
But you know, I put them on because I like the fact that this was like a classic car, and it kind of reminded me of the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. And I love that movie, and I don't know, something about this car reminded me of that movie, so I wanted to just add those stickers. But this car without those stickers, it looks wonderful without stickers.
Can you show that car real quick? Because I think that this is the only car. If you show the top of the car, it's the only one with like the Lego logo kind of integrated into the stickers. I just like that particular sticker, like the Lego on the front of the hood. So yeah, I just think that's neat. That's all. Yeah, I don't think have you guys seen that on any other Speed Champions car? Because I haven't seen all of them, but no.
I haven't.
I haven't either.
No. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to fight over paint job and stickers and all this stuff in the comments now. Those are easier than stickers. You have time to move it around. That's true. Yeah, if you're having trouble with stickers, like RJ mentioned this earlier, but you can, take a little bit of Windex on a Q-tip, put it on your surface of the Lego surface, and then put your sticker on, and you have a few seconds to move it around. If you're struggling with stickers, or just don't do it.
Special tweezers and the tip of the wind, like
magnifying glass. You got to line it up.
You've seen those like machines in the laboratory where you put your hands in and you control like robot hands that are like fine tools. Get one of those.
I've had people offer when they see my collection of Speed Champions to actually dedicate their own personal time to put the stickers on, and I'm like, I'm okay, I'm good, thank you though.
No, this is great because like sometimes like if you want to make an old set, like the sticker sheets are the most expensive part of the set. So I will hit you up later, see if you have any extra sticker sheets.
I have a question.
Look forward to that email.
I have a question for you guys though. I don't think we asked that question, but a lot of people ask me this question because they know I'm a big fan of this line. Which do you prefer, the 6-stud wide or the 8-stud wide?
Ooh,
RJ.
I think that they both have their good qualities. I liked the 6 only because it better fit into a city and streetscape. The 8 wide definitely has the realism, and having two minifigs able to sit side by side is huge, and adding to the actual detail and realism to the car. So $5 extra to have that ability to sit two figs into one car, I'll take the 8 wide any day, but it does make it harder to integrate them into like a trainscape layout or anything.
Wow.
Yeah, see, I don't have a city, so I like if it's 6 wide, I like it if it comes with something like the test lab or the truck. If it comes with like a diorama type thing, if it's in that, I like the 6 wide. But I like the 8 wide because like I can keep my hair and my wrench in the passenger seat, and now everything's together. I don't have to worry about losing anything, and life is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think RJ, you said it perfectly. I gave the exact same response where I love the 8 wide because same thing, Remy, like it has that space. I could put all of my stuff in there. I'm gonna worry about losing it. It just has it got more detail. But that 6, you could fit it in your different cityscapes. And I think just being able to put it in the city, it just kind of brings the city to life when you have these different types of cars in there. The 8 wide just takes up so much room. And then you have to retrofit it for the entire city. It's
yeah, just go expand your city by like 4 studs each on either side.
Yeah.
That would get you into like all kinds of trouble talking about mills and madness. So, that's like a whole nother call. But yeah, I mean, the again, the value for the set that you're buying in any of the Speed Champions is just fantastic. The parts ratio and pricing for a licensed product is amazing. The stickers is up to you, and they are very nice stickers. And if you place them, excellent. If you have that ability, and not everybody does, they still look great without them. I think again for $20, you could really stretch that out for an hour, hour and a half if you really study some of the really interesting techniques in a lot of the new cars. So, overall, probably one of the most dynamic and interesting lines that Lego's come out with in at least the last 5 years, maybe longer.
And they hold their value. Like even if you build the set, if you keep it together, even some of those used cars are going for definitely more than they were purchased for in 2015. So yeah, if you're into Lego investing, Speed Champions is a consistent buy.
Yeah, because it also translates across other collector interest groups, not just Lego. If you collect Focuses or Mustangs, this is something that you could add to your collection that isn't a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox or a model or a show car, that's very high quality 1/24th 1/36 scale, very detailed die cast models. This is something that it translates across multiple interest groups and not just Lego hobbyists.
Yeah, you can give it to your buddy that drives a McLaren Elva.
Yeah, exactly.
If you know someone like that. But okay. Final thoughts. Where can we find you guys? RJ, what's on your schedule for this year, like convention wise? What are your plans?
Brick Slopes for me coming up. Emerald City Comic Con coming up in August. So, and then BrickCon, which is the first week in October every year. You'll definitely find me at those events, and if you're interested, shoot me an email, and be happy to talk to you about it.
Cool. Let's see. That is your email, right? RJ@brickcon.org.
That's it.
Yes. Got it right that time. Okay, Corey, what are you working on? Where can we find you?
Okay, so you can first find me on social media, Instagram at Sam's Brego. You can also find me on Twitter by the same handle. Man, what am I doing? Everything. I'm doing a lot. So Brick World Chicago, I will be there. I may be at a grand opening of a Bricks and Minifigs in South Dakota next month. I may be at a few other events that are going to be popping up here and there. I can't really speak too much on it, but it is something related to Lego Masters. As Lego Masters May 31st is coming out, so you will see myself and a lot of Lego Masters in different areas promoting the show and promoting the new season and the new hopefuls for the season. So yeah, just follow me on Instagram. You'll see all the cool stuff that I'm doing, all the different places I am, and all the stuff that I'm building. So thank you so much for having me on this.
Well, yeah, thank you both for being on the program. This was like a really interesting discussion. Thank you for not asking me about that thing that we prearranged that you guys would not ask me about. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
No
problem. All right. So we're going to wind down the show, and I'll put you guys in the green room, and you can stick around for a few minutes, or if you got to be somewhere, it's okay. But yeah, thank you both very much for lending us your time and expertise.
And Corey, it was nice chatting with you about this amazing line.
Nice chatting with you too, RJ.
All right.
Take care.
So let me see if I'm doing this right. Probably not. Okay, there we go. All right. So thank you all for sticking around. Thank you for hanging around. Once again, we're constantly on the hunt for the exclusive, for the elusive like and subscribe. So remember to like and subscribe to the stream. And if you would like to send Naomi some mail, here's the snail mail address. So go nuts with that. Not too crazy. Just, be nice. So let's see what else. Next week, we will have our Star Wars May the 4th show. And that show is going to be good. Yeah, I guess I don't know how to hype it up properly without sounding too wild. But yeah, stop by next week for the May 4th show. And until next time, hang on. What did I do? Okay. All right. Coming in for a landing. Anyway, thank you all for being here. We'll see you next time. And remember, may the clutch be with you.